Digitized live in Studio 1B in Cape Coral, Florida for the last time in 2018. And maybe the last time in a while. Hopefully we'll talk about that a little later. But I haven't seen this man since the Friday before Stan Haney went on vacation. And he hurt his foot. He's still messed up. He can't do nothing. Here he is, David Waterman.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah, am I hot?
You're good.
I'm always hot, bro. I'm a good-looking guy. Thanks for calling me hot.
Yeah, you're cute and all, but your plumbing's all wrong.
Yeah, my plumbing is definitely all wrong. What's up, bro?
Not that much, man. This room is a goddamn fiasco.
Yes, looks like you had like a little, we had the Huffy bomb blow off in the parking lot of Walmart, man.
Looks
like a bomb. Technological bomb blew off in here, man, with wires.
Everything right about, and I know what weathermen feel like, right about...
Yeah, right?
Well, way over there.
There we go, I'm
looks
watching.
Somewhat clean and organized to the viewers at home and on Facebook and on YouTube and YouTube and wherever you may be watching this. But once you get outside the realm of this square...
Those zones.
Everything, it looks like the trash heap from Star Wars.
Oh,
Luke Skywalker got attacked by the underwater trash.
That's right,
burn.
when they're in the compactor.
So if we had a cameraman, which we don't, if we did, he could pan the room, and
Yep.
it's literally a wall of trash all the way around us. I mean, it's a little path to get to this little cleared out area that's known as our studio, but the rest of it is just a goddamn fiasco.
I love it, man. I think it's great.
You almost have to bring spelunking equipment in here, some hard hats.
Yep.
I got Sherpas that'll lead you in the way, and for an extra price, I will rent you a harness.
Absolutely.
And some carabiners so that you don't slip and fall all the way back down to base camp.
Exactly, man. It's like going through, trying to buckle up, for Everest, man.
Well,
get you
says,
O2 tanks.
2 points of contact at all time.
Oh,
Whether
always.
Your foot in your hand.
Always.
You just gotta be secure. You gotta be safe.
Always. So really, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Man. I'm doing good, except for my stupid foot is just not wanting to heal on me, man. But, that's here nor there. I'm going to wait till after the new year and go.
Wait for another tax season before you rake up some more free health care?
Yeah, wait for the new tax season. But, I need to go get this thing looked at because I still can't move it. I mean, I can.
You came limping in here like a 90-year-old dude.
Yeah, I mean, I got my boot in the car, man. But I was like, man, I'm tired of wearing this boot. I'm gonna take it off tonight and let it relax a little bit. But it's this movement here, and if just so people on the screen can see.
You got like a really sad pimp walk, really.
Yeah. The old.
It's like a sad pimp walk.
Yeah, the old crip walk is not cripping, But I can take my left foot and do this with it. Lift it up and down, but my right foot doesn't do this. It's dragging. So what's happening? I'm driving with my full leg, man, which is not good because every time I go, literally I'm launching off at stoplights. I'm just launching because my whole leg's pushing down on the gas pedal. And the other day I had my boot on, driving with my boot.
Yeah, there's no ankle movement.
That isn't cool because it caught the gas and the brake at the same time, and I didn't realize I'm sitting there doing a front-wheel drive burnout at the stoplight, I'm like, and I let off. I was like, oh, geez, this is just, it's a debacle trying to drive, man. But I'm getting it done, I'm learning how to do it with the one foot. But that's the whole thing is the left foot, I can pull it up towards my shin. Mm-hmm. The right will not move, man. It just won't. The tendons are not there. They will not pull, pull tight enough to pull it. Mm-hmm. And that's really bothersome to me, man, especially people like me and you that are very physically active. We move around a lot. We're doing stuff all the time. We need that. And bro, it's driving me freaking bonkers, man. Absolutely bonkers, dude.
Well, I can imagine. And the sad thing is I don't think you've gotten into it on this show on how you effed up your foot.
Right.
We do know
That's
that
true.
2 weeks prior to the effing up of one's foot, because a lot of our listeners may think that you effed up your foot from your Marty McFly imitation.
No.
And your launch ramp fiasco the following week, because the last time they had heard you had busted your ass trying to live it vicariously through someone else's launch ramp. And ignore the fact that you're 40-ish.
Yeah, right.
So how did you, pathetically...
It was middle of the night. Okay.
Paint a picture for us.
All right. let's paint a picture with words here. Middle of the night, I had gotten up. Now, I'm not gonna say how buzzed I was. I was buzzed. I woke up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, and as I got up, I stood on one of those cell phone holders that that you can mount and watch movies and stuff with, but it's a little ball.
Okay, so it has a pivot.
Yeah, a pivot point, a little ball, and that was on the tile floor. It's dark, not paying attention. Got up, stepped on it, and when I stepped on it, I'm not joking you, man. Instantly, it's like I went. My hand rose up to grab the light switch, and as I grabbed the light switch and looked down, the whole bottom of my foot was rotated up, looking at it. And I'm surprised I didn't like break it, or have a compound fracture where it's showing through or something.
Sure.
And I was like, oh my gosh! I was like, oh, and then instantly it was just dangling. Instantly dangling, like one of those really nasty basketball injuries you might see or whatever on the court, and I'm going, oh, this sucks. Yeah, exactly. Foul. Big time foul. So I was like, okay, all right. Thank God I was still buzzed enough I was able to pass back out.
Yeah, that helps.
Yes, it does. Woke up the next day and was like, oh my God, I am in such pain. I am in such pain. So me being the person that I am, made a few phone calls to see if I could find any pain medication anywhere.
Any luck?
None. Nobody has any. Apparently it's one of those things now that it's just almost damn near impossible to find. Nobody has any pain medication. I'm still in pain and I still can't get any, and it's driving me absolutely bonkers, dude.
So what you're saying is the state of Florida's crackdown on the easy availability of opiates is working?
Working beyond belief, to the point to where you're not getting pain meds, bro. You're not getting them unless you're dying, son. You're not getting them unless you're dying, And I was so upset because I was like, okay,
drink your pain away, man.
Well, I've been trying to stay off the sauce, man.
How's that going for you?
Good.
I will say I was shocked. When you got to my house, I was out there drinking.
Yeah.
And you went to my refrigerator to stash your pre-opened Coca-Cola.
Yes, sir.
And I was expecting you to turn around and ask me if you could have a Miller Lite. But
right.
You didn't even bring it up.
Didn't cross my mind, bro. Because, I'm like, I'm trying to do good, stay off the sauce, man. Because,
that's awesome.
That's brought me a lot of the problems that I've had and a lot of the misery that look at my foot, for God's sakes. Because I had drank I'm not talking I was wasted or anything, but I drank 4 tall boys, slowly, about 1 an hour.
Okay.
And, that's how, and then of course I wake up and what happens? And I thought to myself, you know what? I didn't drink for like 2 weeks prior to that. This is what happens. Now this is payback. This is.
But how you did it is kind of pathetic.
It is pathetic.
It reminds me of,
it's stupid.
Oh shit! What's the guy's name who played Dr. Green on ER? He was on Revenge of the Nerds. He was on the first one. Anthony Edwards?
No, yeah, Anthony Edwards.
It reminds me of Anthony Edwards' character in the beginning of Revenge of the Nerds. He had a broken leg.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he was embarrassed. He said, "I'm probably the only person who ever broke his leg playing chess."
Yeah, no
so
doubt.
all the skateboarding shit and all the dumb shit you do.
Yep.
You damn near dislocate your ankle by stepping
on a cell phone
holding cradle that should be stuck to your dashboard and not laying in the middle of your floor.
I know, man. I know. I mean, it was just like, come on, bro. I was just like, I was like, oh, man, really, please, no. And then, me, of course, I'm hard-headed, so I didn't go to the doctor for days. Mm-hmm. Finally.
Well, it's expensive.
It's very expensive, and I don't even want to go to the hospital after getting the lecture from Stan and the whole works and da-da-da-da-da. I was like, I'm not going. And then Stan says, if you don't go, tonight after the show, and that was on last Thursday, if you don't go tonight after the show, I'm going to blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, I'll go. And ended up going to one of the, Gulf Coast, over there off Metro. Now, they are nice over there. I'll tell you, they are cool. They're real cool over there compared to some of the other local hospitals. I don't know what's up with you, Cape Coral. I don't know what's up with you, Lee County.
Considering it's all the same medical system.
Exactly, Lee Health. You guys over there have bad attitudes. I don't know what it is, why you guys have such bad attitudes, but not everybody's there seeking drugs, man.
Well,
okay.
To be honest, you were there seeking drugs.
Well, I was there seeking treatment.
You were seeking drugs, just not for nefarious reasons.
Yeah, I'm not seeking drugs just to get high, man. I'm seeking drugs because I'm hurt, man. And they, when the guy took the X-ray and looked at it, he goes, he could see, man. I mean, dude, the thing was swelled up like a cantaloupe, bro. And he goes, man, you are hurting, huh? I said, yeah, man, what do you think, bruh? And he started laughing, and he's like, well, I'm gonna push on it a little bit, and he goes, yep, those tendons, he could feel those, those top tendons were like loose, like he can move them, and he goes, hey, you got to get to a foot doctor, as soon as you can.
An orthopedic surgeon?
Orthopedic. And I said, well, it's gonna have to be after the first of the year, and he goes, I wouldn't wait that long, but it's the holidays and big time to get effed up, so.
That's what you do.
So anyway, so that's that, and that's where I stand, so. Uh-oh.
Does this guy look familiar?
Yeah, he does.
Was that the guy waving his piece at you before the last episode that we didn't talk about on the air?
That does look like the guy.
Because that guy was picked up in Cape Coral for aiming a gun at 2 different people.
Let me see that again. That is the dude, man.
So we didn't talk about it on the air, but before the last episode we did, when Dave was late because he claimed,
No, it's true.
Can I finish?
I'm sorry.
Can I finish?
Sorry, yes.
Let me do my Dana Carvey impression of Ross Perot from the 80s that I suck at, but can I finish?
Yeah, finish up.
So, much being Dave's M.O., I really didn't believe it. He said that on the ways over here, he kind of got in a road rage incident, and this dude started waving a firearm around at him. And he claims that he went to try to track the fellow, at least get a license plate number. And I think this came out 3 days later. A felon spent Saturday night terrorizing people at gunpoint in multiple parking lots throughout Cape Coral. Brian Dickhead, 29, was first seen around 7:45 at Mermaid's Liquor on Del Prado Boulevard, where a witness saw him arguing with someone else. Hey, I'm half retarded, leave me alone. Dickhead pulled his car close to the driver's door of the victim's car and stood outside the window, yelling at the victim and pointing a gun at them. The victim drove away and got Dickhead's license plate number, which you tried to do, if this in fact is the same guy.
It is.
About 5 minutes later, someone else reported being threatened at gunpoint by Dickhead in the Wawa parking lot on the corner of Pine Island Road, which is at the corner of Pine Island
on my way
and
here.
Prado. And this was last Saturday night.
Yep.
The same night. No, this was Saturday. This story came out on the 24th, on Monday.
Yeah, and that was on
Saturday.
Sunday we did?
The Saturday.
Or did we do it Saturday?
This may have been the following week. Either way, same MO.
Either way, that's the dude, man. That is the guy.
Around 8 p.m., another victim saw Dickhead point his gun while driving down Andalusia Boulevard, which isn't far from here.
Yep.
Police found his car at RS Discount Liquors. Dickhead started to leave the store, but before an employee saw Dickhead started to leave the store, but not before an employee saw that he had gone into the restroom. He was arrested outside of the store by officers who also noticed the ceiling tile in said restroom had been moved. After inspection, they found his firearm that he stashed in the tile of the gas station.
What a douche.
So that's 3 people in one night, and possibly you
and
a
me.
few days prior.
I'm telling you, that is the guy. Let me get another look again, man. I'm telling you, I know that's the guy. That is him. That's the dude. That's the guy.
They don't say what kind of car he was driving, though. That would be nice to help in your story.
Well, that's the guy, man. That's the guy, because, it was like, come on, what's happening here? What's happening here? But, people are really getting into the road rage thing bad right now around town. And it's the snowbirds have a lot to do with it, too,
well,
I
it's
think.
Also a desperate time of year.
And that,
this
too.
Is where everybody of ill means are trying to scramble
for Christmas
and all that crap. Not that this guy's out robbing people for Christmas presents, but
he's just out terrorizing people.
It just kind of brings the assholes out in the holiday season.
Big time, man. Big time.
I think I remember seeing a story or two here in the Cape where people cars and there's dudes in the back seats with guns robbing them at gunpoint.
Get out.
Yep, I'd have to find the story.
I'm telling you right now, man. People are just. I've been bold at doing stupid stuff, but that kind of boldness there, or like the one guy a while back that like killed his whole family and everything.
That's not bold. That's psychotic.
That's what I'm saying. That's psychotic. But knowing and being normal to your neighbors, and then come to find out, you know what, this guy doing something crazy. What, I don't understand what goes through some of these people's heads, or what snaps.
Drugs, desperation.
Yeah,
insanity,
it's like the light switch just flips and
properly being raised. Hey, real quick, I just want to throw this out for you all watching right now. Give us a call 561-377-0043. And yes, that is very astute of you. We have a new number because once again they're free.
That's right.
The number is 561-377-0043. I can't even read my own writing.
Yep, here we go. I'll give it out one time.
How was Christmas for you?
561-377-0043. All right. Christmas was all right, man. You know, for me, it was just another normal day. You know, nothing fancy, no tree, no gifts, no, you know, thanks to the fans, Stan and Haney listeners, and everybody that, you know, that's what I got. But as far as family goes, no, nothing. It was pretty just a normal day, man. You know, I was depressed. I was very depressed on Christmas. I've been depressed here.
Why? If it's just another day, why would it bother
Well,
you?
because, you know, I know, you know what? I will say this. Okay, let me finish this off first. I was depressed because I know it's Christmas, and it is one of those times a year where, you know, happiness and joy should be felt throughout the home, in your home. It should be warm. You know what I'm saying? My house was cold. Anger. Not friendly.
Why is everybody so angry?
It's just, that's a whole gamut that I'd have to get into, pal. You know, so I felt depressed, and I was getting antsy and losing it. So of course I started hopping around the neighborhood in my boot because
on your bad leg.
Yeah, because I had nothing to do, and I had to get the hell out of that house, you know. So I just started walking around, but I've kind of been depressed, you know, leading to that. Yeah, you know, it's a sad life for me sometimes, man, because, you know, the only time I get to visit my friends are when I see you and Stan and Haney, and, you know, when I see you guys are the, you know, my crew, man. You know,
and then we spend the whole time making fun of you.
Yeah, and then you spend the whole time making fun of me, and you know what? You know, it is what it is, and we laugh about it. Hey, at least I can laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? At least I can laugh about it. You know, you gotta have thick skin in this business, and you know that. And I know tomorrow's gonna be another one of those days where.
What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow's New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So it's going to be another one of those days where I'm going to be depressed. Now, I will be on air over at K-Rock up until 8 o'clock. But then after that, I'm going to be...
They're not making you do like a live remote from the new... Cape Coral, I guess, is having their first ever New Year's Eve ball drop this year.
Are they?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll swing by there just to, you know, cry on my own. Stare at the ball and just a little tear drop.
There's a tear in my beard.
A little tear just coming down the face. Yeah. But, you know, plus I got no girlfriend, man, and I'm really missing a companion, somebody that understands me, dude. That's what I don't, that's what's, you know, and I'm not a bad guy. You know, contrary to what you hear on the air and everything else, I'm really not a bad guy. I'm really not, you know, and that makes it tough dating or even trying to
I thought
find...
you met a chick at the last event.
I did. I've met quite a few.
What happened with that one?
I just
After a week of listening to the radio, she just
no,
went the other
I
way?
just did no. I haven't been following up as much, and I think she's got a boyfriend, and you know what I'm saying. There's a crutch word. Excuse me. I'm thinking
this ought to be fun.
Oh, don't even. Because this is the last show at 20. Oh, here. Oh, you got the long. Oh, don't even tell me you got the long. No.
Bold action, bitch.
No. Hey. Okay. Just here. Come on. Right here.
Right in the Adam's apple.
All right. Where else we shoot wherever.
Right in the nose.
Okay.
Shoot your cancer off.
Yep. Ooh, that was close. All right, come on.
Scope's not
Come on. Oh, right here.
Great pod for those who aren't watching.
Hold on, I'm gonna close my eyes. Oh! Right on the tip, dude.
Just the tip, baby.
Oh, thank you, man. Hell
My
yeah.
daughter got me that for Christmas.
That's rad, bro. I love that thing.
So now we have the Nerf gun, and now we have the bolt action Walking Dead.
Love
gun.
it. Love it.
Nailed you right dead nuts in the square of the
Hey,
nose.
man, to 2019 and us kicking some ass, okay?
Seriously, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us all year.
Absolutely.
Our audience has kind of switched around a little bit. Like I said, I think on the last episode, our audio downloads sadly have shrank, but that's because more people watch us on video. And I assume a lot of you, and I want to thank you right now, if you get to this point in the podcast and you're still watching this video on your toilet. It means a lot to me to know that we have helped subsidize your toilet entertainment time.
Absolutely.
You know, back before tablets and cell phones, you had magazines, you had newspapers, or if you're desperate, you would read the back of a shampoo bottle.
Many of them.
Or, you know, if you're really desperate, you would find a box of the...
read your lady's tampon box or something.
Exactly. The how not to get, what is that, shock syndrome?
Oh, yeah, toxic shock syndrome.
Very important information for a young man to learn. So, it's great. I know that a lot of you listen to this in your car while you're doing your job, you're out on your routes. You listen to this when you're walking your dog or God knows what else you're doing. But I just want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Some big things coming in 2019.
Yes.
We'll get into that as things progress.
Yes.
I will just say this about that. We've had people ask, when are we going to have people in studio?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is the studio's in my goddamn house. And you want to be cautious about who you let in your house.
Yeah.
And not only that, but there's other people in my house. And so when you have a bunch of people over here, it affects everybody. And not to mention that the people in my house have to be quiet for the duration that we do this.
Yep.
Not so much on this one because we have the horrible background music playing, but on my What's the Scuttlebutt, when I'm interviewing people on the phone, I can't have people talking in the background. So, big plans for 2019. Thanks for those of you who are buying t-shirts.
Yeah.
That money is not going in my pocket.
Nope.
We're going to use that money, one, to buy some better microphones here shortly.
Yep.
And two, 2019, we're going to try to, hopefully by maybe March-ish, to be in a public studio space.
And that is going to be very cool.
That'll allow us to put some more microphones in here. I want to have some local comedians in here.
Yep.
I want to have maybe a third personality on the show.
Yep.
Maybe a news
Better
girl
boards.
or something. Yeah, so
you know, everything.
We got things in the works. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. I sound like I'm wrapping up the show, but
But we're not. No,
we spent so much time.
But here's the thing. We just, you know what?
And let's be honest. No one thought that we would make it a whole year.
Nobody thought we'd make it this many
But the weird
shows.
thing is even though we made it a whole year, we only do one episode a week. So it's about 45-ish, counting the few weeks that we forgot.
Exactly.
And so if you think about it as far as a show goes, we're only 40 episodes in.
Yeah.
Now, if we were doing a daily show, that'd be 2 months worth of work.
Yeah, exactly.
And so our progress is slow because of the amount of time. And with that being said, if we have a public space and it minimizes the impact on my family, then possibly we could do 2 shows a week.
2-3 shows a week,
Well,
man.
I got other podcasts I got to figure
Yeah, that's true, but
yeah, we can. I want to. Anyhow, bigger studio, more microphones, more people in and out.
Yep.
It'll be more of a show and less of 2 dickheads in a room surrounded by books and boring stuff.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll have that going sometime in March. But I'm stoked about that.
Dude, I'm so super stoked about that, and I want to say thank you for the. Well, I guess they can't see it really.
No.
But
I got Dave.
I'm wearing.
Once again, hinting around last episode, I talked about I had ordered Dave a birthday present that had not come. And it showed up, lo and behold, on the final Friday of Stan Haney. So when I went to the studio to give Dave his Christmas, you still can't see it, birthday present. But anyhow, it's the Waterman D-Train Show logo. I would give you a heads up. I need to fix the logo. So if you're going to buy a shirt, do not buy a black one or a dark navy blue one. The word "the" and the word "show" are written in black, and I thought I put a white haze around the font, but apparently I didn't put enough. And so the word "the" and "show" kind of sinks into the t-shirt. So stick away from that. I need to take the black and the blue ones down or spend some time. And I'm about to turn that fucking fan on. It's getting hot in here.
Yeah, it is. But I got to say, I love it. I love it, and it means a lot.
It's a great quality shirt, too.
It is. And coming from you, it means a lot, man. It really does, buddy.
Well,
it really does, man, because, gosh, you know, we've put in a lot of time at this, and like you say, 2019 is going to be a great year for us. And if it wasn't for the fans and the listeners and everybody tuning in on a weekly basis, and our OG crew that always tunes in.
Somebody give us a call, please. This is pathetic. Give us a
Yeah.
call, 561-377-0043. You guys
Yeah.
are talking to us on Facebook. That's great. But
Yeah,
please, somebody call in.
let's
I
hear
wanna
your
how
voice.
your Christmas, what your New Year's Eve plans are.
Yeah.
All that fun. I know back in the day you tend to watch TV more than you do now. Did you ever get into Deadwood?
I did briefly. I didn't get a chance to really get into it, but I did briefly. Why? What's going on?
Well, one, they're finally, 13 years later, making
Bringing
a
it-
movie.
Oh, are they?
But, 3, 4 of the actors are now dead, and they're main characters.
Yeah.
So that's going to suck. But anyhow, my mom got me an Amazon Fire Stick for Christmas.
Oh, sweet.
And I hooked it up, and I
Yeah.
noticed it had all 3 seasons of Deadwood.
So you've been cracking out?
Yeah, I've been just streaming Deadwood for the last couple of days.
Nice.
Let's just hear a little. Well, there's probably going to be a whole lot of cocksucker on here, but let's hear
That's
a little
all right.
bit of Al Swearingen.
We're a podcast, bro. We're allowed to say cocksucker.
So yeah, I've been listening to a whole lot of cocksucker the last 2 days.
Listen to a whole lot of cocksucker.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta bring the audio
That's
up.
hilarious.
I turned the.
There we go.
Welcome to fucking Deadwood.
That's when he beat up.
Can be combatant. Oh.
It's so crazy going back and seeing how many actors got their start on the show that you see all over TV now.
Right, right.
But yeah, this says the best of Al Swearingen. But
Man. It's all a giving up and adjusting.
Because opinion solicited does not equal one freely voiced.
No one gets out alive, though.
he died in real life. The guy who played the doctor.
Question.
Oh, yeah?
Will we of Deadwood be more than targets for ass fucking?
I'll leave it right on there. That's a
Yeah,
perfect
well,
spot.
yeah, you're a target for ass.
But yeah, I just been
fucking-
binge watching the hell out of.
That's cool,
Well, I used to
man.
have back when I would bootleg stuff. I used to have bootleg versions of it on my hard drive, but
Yeah.
my hard drive that I had it all on crashed, and the quality wasn't that great. I mean, it was recorded from old school DVRs off HBO back in the day, so it's not like it was an HD quality. So the quality's so much better. It's included as part of your Amazon Prime, so I've been just watching the hell out of that.
Speaking-
And hopefully they finally finish this fucking movie so we can all see it.
That'll be great. Speaking of which, have you seen Netflix's supposedly this new movie with Sandra Bullock called High? Was it?
I thought you were going to bring up that Bird Box bullshit.
That's it. Bird Box. What is up with this? And all of a sudden, this racism thing that's going on, where they're saying they're wearing blindfolds so that they don't see black people or something.
What? I didn't hear that.
Have you not heard that story? There's all these.
It's a fucking movie.
I know. And it's like a some kind of creature.
Yeah, and I heard it's not even that great of a movie.
I started watching it, and I said, this is ridiculous. I'm shutting it off.
You noticed Machine Gun Kelly was in it, right?
Yeah, I seen that. I was like, come on, Machine Gun
I didn't
Kelly.
realize how tall that motherfucker was.
Yeah, you know, I was like, come on, man. But I ended up shutting it off because I thought this is ridiculous. You know, this is so stupid. Why? It just made no sense. And I said, but apparently Netflix is claiming that 45 million people watched that movie over the holiday
That's
weekend.
because they have the world's best advertising campaign with all these Facebook memes.
Well, here's the thing. With the Motion Picture Association, and this is from what I've learned through my dad working in the movie business, the MPAA, they have a tracking system to where, you know, obviously when a movie comes out, they know how many people actually watched that movie. Well,
all they gotta do is watch the downloads. It's on
yeah,
Netflix.
well, Netflix is saying, well, this is according, and they're going, well, maybe not everybody watched the whole movie.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, we can do that too. Not everybody watches our entire video, but
I
we still
know.
get the credit for the
but
views.
but that's what Netflix is claiming. That's what they're saying. So there's I made me started laugh. I started laughing. So I said so 45 million people might not have watched the whole movie, but they're like, well, 70% might have seen it the last half and the credits because the beginning's slow or this or that. And I'm going, this you guys are gonna have to get a better tracking system because it's not working.
It works for them.
Well, obviously, because now they're, you know, I mean, dude, everything's being Netflix, you know? Come on now.
Well, I mean, now it's just get it where you can. Like, you
True.
know, I got Comcast, I got a Fire
True.
Stick, which, you know, you can watch some of that Fire stuff on Comcast now, so it's neither here nor there.
Well,
But-
I watched it through my bootleg site, so I
There you go.
was like, check it out, man, you know? But yeah, man, we want to hear Sorry about that, folks.
Swallow, then talk.
Ah.
No spitting in here, fella.
Yeah, no spitting it out in here. No spitting it out in here, Bob. All right, yeah, seriously, you guys give us a call. Stop. Come on. We love when you guys text and talk to us through the Facebook Live. We love it. But come on, give us a call, 561-377-0043. Come on.
I had a thought the other day because I spend so much time behind my steering wheel.
You do, man. You are burning
I even live stream from behind my steering wheel because I'm a horrible role model.
Yeah, right.
But we know that kids, primarily because they're scared to drive, it's expensive to be a first-time car owner. I mean,
yes.
Down here, my daughter got her car. Oh, hey, my ring is
all right.
off. Waterman and D-Train Show, who's this? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Are we up over?
Hello? Hello, hello.
Hello.
No, you can't hear them.
Come on now, 561-043. Call us.
But anyhow, my idea being that now, because how expensive it is to drive, to have insurance on a 15-year-old car would cost my dollar almost $600 a month.
Yeah.
Gas is finally getting cheaper.
Yeah, look at that, man.
But we know kids aren't as excited to drive as we were. They aren't as excited to get their licenses as we were. And so my question now is, will the art, the fantasy, the desire of the voluntary, adventurous road trip die out? Obviously, you have to drive across state sometimes for work or whatever, but as a young kid, a lot of kids in their 20s, man, their late 20s, they'll save up money, a bunch of them will hop in a car, and they'll just drive across the country.
Yep.
And that was a big thing for a lot of people. I know that was a huge thing for myself, my brother.
Yep. Do the infamous, firework run where they're illegal in your state, but, you cross the other state where they're legal. You run there and run back.
If you're in Ohio, you can drive over to Kentucky, and all that.
Hit the bootleggers on the other side.
No, I'm just going to play this from my phone just to see if it's coming through.
I think so, man. I think you're right, though. I think you're right, D-Train. I think that the adventurism of getting out and seeing the world through cars and four wheels out and about will die out. I think.
There we go.
Deadwood and these.
There you go. Give me a call back. I had a button not pushed.
Yeah. Give us a call back.
Because for those of you who remember, I was trying to get the audio on the live stream to work, and so I was just button mashing on my board. So give us a call back. I do apologize. Well, we can call them. That might be fun. But
yeah, give them a call back. Let's see what happens. If not, give us a call.
But do you think that'll be a thing of the past?
Absolutely.
Where like 30 years from now, they'll be talking back in 1990, young kids would venture out across the country with no cell phone, with no maps.
D-Train, absolutely, man.
Well, no GPS. You realize we are the last generation who had the ability, not through decision, not through voluntary, but because it did not exist, to drive across country with nothing more than a road map.
Exactly. Yeah, you had to plan. You had to break out that
map. Or you at least had to have the map.
Yeah, you had the Rand McNally, break that baby out, open it up, look where you're at, find the town you're in, and then trace, highlight, roads that you're going to take to wherever you're going, man. Yes, I agree. And you know what? I still got maps that I saved during my cross-country adventures that I've, highlighted the roads I took, I-40, I-10, and then, all the different little side roads and stuff.
Well,
but I agree. It's over. I think that's going to be over in 10, 20 years. People aren't going to want to do that. The kids aren't going to want to do that. That's not something they're going to say, hey, I want to go see anything in the country. And if I do, I'll just fly there and rent a car when I get there.
Or take a bus.
Not really see the adventure of what this country is made of, because there's so much beautiful open land, and you've seen it.
Oh, exactly. And when I hear people complain about urban sprawl, I get it. No one wants their environment, their beautiful woods and all that stuff going down. But Waterman D-Train Show, hold tight. There is a lot more middle of nowhere out there in this country. It gets to the point where you're begging to find civilization because you need gas or food.
Absolutely.
Hey, who's this?
This is Chris.
Hey, Chris, what's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Merry Christmas.
Not too much. Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Stop bitching about not having having a bad Christmas.
Chris.
We've all had bad Christmases.
I know, man. It's just this one was a tough one for me, man. And there's reasons behind it that I haven't let out, but there's reasons behind it because, you know what? F it. I'll let it out.
Shout.
You know what, Chris? I'll let it out. I had met a chick I met a chick a few years.
No. Let Dave speak. I want to hear what he has to say.
Okay, listen. No. D-Train's just having some fun. Now, there was a few years back. I had met a girl, and the first night that I had met her was Christmas Eve, and that was our first.
That's my birthday. We share the same birthday month, so.
Yep. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, you too, brother. Happy birthday. And you know, I spent the night with her. I woke up Christmas morning with her, and nothing nefarious happened. It was a very cool, just kind of chill night. You know, it was just like two people getting together and spending, you know, Christmas together that's never really even met. You know, we've talked on the phone and all that. Beautiful young woman. D-Train can attest to that, but didn't realize the things that came along down the road that were really going to change my life. You know what I'm saying? And it did. You know, there were things that happened that bummed me out. But these Christmases, it just I always think about that, going, you know, if maybe that didn't happen or this didn't happen, things could be good, you know, good right now. And that's one of the reasons why I'm bitching about it, Chris. And you know, and I apologize. I really do, bud. And you know what? I'm going to stop right now, and I'm not going to mention it anymore.
Well, it's not just you, because statistically, forever in a fucking day, Christmas and New Year's, that holiday season is one of the highest suicide rates of the year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And D-Train is absolutely right on that.
Yes, he is.
It's because we're raised up, at least in the Christian world, to believe that Christmas is time for family and unity and celebration. Sitting at home alone or wherever for that.
I haven't really. I mean, I've got family, but they're not, you know, family. You know what I'm saying? For me,
you have a biological family, but
I have a biological family, but I have no emotional support, and I am the bastard child, basically. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, guys, I didn't call in to bash on Dave because man, I've been listening to you and Stan Haney and all you guys forever.
I appreciate it, man.
I've been here forever.
I appreciate it, Chris.
D-Train.
Yes, sir.
I was the one that texted you earlier listening to the podcast. I have the person that I'm the one that knows this old military vet that you would absolutely love to talk to.
Yeah, fantastic.
The stuff that the memorabilia and the memories that this man has is unbelievable. I know it's your other podcast.
No, not a problem. I appreciate the heads
up. When I met him this weekend, I thought about you.
That's fantastic.
I know you're all into the military, into the war, World War II. Mm-hmm. This man's been in Korea, London, Japan. Wow. He's been all over the world, and that would be perfect for your podcast.
Please send me an instant message with his contact information, or however we need to get in contact, and I'll set everything else up from there. And that'd be a great episode for the first of the year.
Absolutely,
great looking out.
Absolutely, man. So, let me talk to his daughter. I'm very good friends with his daughter. Like I said, I just met him this weekend. He lives in Northport. He's not very far away, but he's got memories that you would not believe.
Sure, and when you talk to her, just let her know that, you know, I am aware of, you know, some people have mobility issues. Some people don't feel comfortable, you know, talking in strange places. So I'll be more than happy to bring a laptop, my microphones, and record it right in his house. Or any public place.
That would be perfect. That would be perfect for your podcast.
Yeah, and if he doesn't feel comfortable having a stranger in his house, I understand. I'll find a place where we'll sort out all the details. What do you got coming up for New Year's Eve tomorrow? I think. Yeah. Tomorrow.
Yeah. What's up, Chris? What do you got planned, brother?
Actually, tomorrow I'm just chilling at home here in Fort Myers.
Safer that way.
Just like everybody else. I'm starting a new job on January 2nd. But
fantastic.
I'm going to be up there next weekend. I gotta help her daughter move some stuff.
Right on.
And I'll talk to him then and see how let me see how receptive he is to opening up to let that information out there, which is, man, I got blown away this weekend by the stuff that he talked to me about.
Well, cool thing is
And
if
you would
you
be,
just...
and the first person I thought of was you, D.
Well, I greatly appreciate
Really?
it. And the nice thing is since you had just met him and he was willing to open up to you,
Yeah.
the likelihood is that he would be able to do the same thing for me. And so that's definitely, good looking out, and I'm looking forward to meeting him, and definitely send me a message.
Absolutely, Chris.
Oh, you got it, man.
That's cool, man.
I will. I'll find you on Instant Messenger. Hey, man, I
Just
love
send
you
it
guys.
to the Waterman D Train want to. I manage it anyhow. It's pretty much mine because Dickhead over here still can't get a Facebook page put together.
Oh, hold on now. What'd you just say, brother? You said what'd you just say?
He loves the podcast.
Oh, okay. It took me. I didn't hear you, man. Didn't you?
And as soon as I hang up, I'm gonna tune back into the podcast because I want to watch it.
All right, right on. And
you guys are doing great work out there.
I appreciate it.
It's even beyond Stan and Haney, and Dave, you know me.
I know.
We met at the Miracle Games.
Yes.
D-Train, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly who you are.
Yeah, I know who you are, buddy.
And I greatly appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, man.
Hey, I would tell you to be safe tomorrow, but you're doing the safest thing. You're staying the fuck home and enjoying your New Year's at home, which I'm probably going to do the same thing.
Hey, and I'll be on my nightly show tomorrow night, so tune in and jam out to some tunes while you're helping your daughter back up.
Which is all more reason why you need a Facebook page so that your K-Rock
I
listeners
know.
can follow you as well.
I know. I got to get that all put together, man.
Thanks, Chris. Have a good one.
Thanks, brother.
Hey, guys, Happy New Year.
You too.
We'll be talking, D-Train.
Fantastic.
Dave,
Yes, sir.
Safe, man.
Right on, brother.
All right, man.
Later.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Love you too. All right.
Does that make you feel weird telling
Somebody that is a little odd sometimes, saying, "Hey, I love you."
I mean, I'll be honest with you. You said it to me quite a few times. It took a long time before I said it back.
Well,
because I'm not. I just don't throw it around.
Yeah, I don't throw it around either, but I throw it around.
I'm sorry. I have to check.
Oh! You got to check, son,
I
huh?
gotta check.
You got to check, son.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You got it on. You better have it on. If Stan's watching right now and you don't have that on, who will drive over here,
Are you kidding
knock
me?
on my door, ask you to come outside because he can't come in because he's allergic to my cats. Damn, that thing's huge, bro.
Yeah, look at that, dog. Look what I got.
Small.
What do you mean? It's the same size.
I'm a little smaller.
What? What is?
You're a little bigger than me.
What? The medallion?
Sure. If that's what you're talking about.
Not really. Anywho, thanks, Chris, for the call, man. I was stoked, man. Appreciate that.
But no,
Really do.
seriously, back to the whole car trip thing.
Yeah.
I mean, my old roommate, Brad, he's been on this, he's been back on, he was on episode 3, episode 5,
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, I remember.
He was the world's largest Kiss fan, and he was running his mouth in the late 90s, and he said, wherever Kiss launches their reunion tour, I'm going to go see there.
Yeah.
Now, we're in Columbus at the time, and so, of course, he was thinking probably Detroit or New York or Chicago.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, unbeknownst to us, they decided that the best place to have their relaunching of their Psycho Circus tour was at Dodger Stadium in L.A.
Yeah.
And so he had to buy his ticket and head out that way, and he needed a co-pilot, and he was originally going to take our guitarist Ryan, but Ryan's mom got smart and said, hey, I will buy you an Acura Integra, but that means you got to go to work and make a car payment, so he couldn't go. But so we drove out there in his Cougar, and look, literally all we had was a cell phone back when you had roaming charges.
Oh, yes.
So you couldn't use it.
Gnarly roaming charges,
so you
man.
had roaming charges, so we never used that. We still used paid phones. We had a Rand McNally and a buck knife that we kept under our seat, and we slept in, we slept in rest stops.
Yeah.
Occasionally we explored, like when we got to Phoenix, we got a nice hotel room. But yeah, we fucking hit the road, man. We roughed it. We took, I forget which one it is, west going out there. And then on the way back, we brought back Route 66 and came up through Kentucky and stopped at my mom's house.
Well, then if you left out of Ohio, you had to have taken the I-40 out. You probably took 40.
I don't remember, man. I've driven so many goddamn roads.
Yeah, because I've taken the 40, the 10. The I-40 is a great one because when you go through Arizona, you get to stop at Meteor Crater, which I've stopped there twice, where it's that big, where the crater hit. It's amazing out there.
Worst state to drive through, go.
Worst state to drive through would be the state itself.
Worst state to drive through, go.
Oklahoma.
Not too bad.
Oklahoma.
For me, it's Kansas.
Okay.
Because there's nothing to fucking look at on the interstate. It's all prairie land.
Yep.
May see a tree, or the biggest thing to look at is the billboard advertising Dorothy's house next 300 miles. Next 250 miles.
Next state worst to drive through.
Panhandle of Texas.
Bam.
Same reason.
That's what I was going to say. You know why? Cows on both sides and nothing but the smell of shit for freaking 400 miles.
And it's about as bad as driving time-wise through Georgia.
Yeah.
But at least Georgia, you have things to stop at.
Yeah.
The Panhandle of Texas.
There's nothing.
Horrible.
Except that giant cross out there.
It's just,
do you remember that? The big
no pun
giant.
intended, it's god-awful.
Yeah, it is. But did you ever remember seeing that one? John, I mean, it's like the largest cross in the northern hemisphere.
South Florida, Mark Allen Jr. says.
South Florida.
All right. Well, I mean, if you take 82 and 30 and
yeah, I could. Yeah, but there's places to stop, man.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Panhandle, Texas, interstate. We're not talking 2-lane roads. We're talking interstate, 80 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Just barren nothingness.
And then the signs that say, "Hey, next stop 150 miles. You better pull over now
Buy your
and
gas, your cowboy boots, and your hats now."
Yeah, and gas up, man. You know, get some food and drink, and make sure you got water, because if you know, and that's the other thing about out west that I enjoyed. You have all those little water reservoirs on the side going through the mountains and stuff, because people, you know, those little. They make them out of native rock, and it's like little water reservoirs, so you can fill your.
I never noticed those, but I did.
You never noticed those
going through the mountains, the out of control semi runways.
Oh.
If you've never driven through the mountains, because semi trucks are so fucking heavy.
Yes.
That when you're coming down a steep grade, if there's a chance that a hydraulic line or the brake lines and the jack brake doesn't slow it down enough, there are probably 200-foot long.
Oh, probably even long. Yeah.
They're runways. They go up. Yep. But they're made out of probably, I've never stepped in one, but probably 4 to 5 foot deep gravel.
Yep.
So when these semi trucks lose their brakes, they can come down. They just merge off onto this runway and they just sink down into it, which beats the hell out of going off the cliff.
Oh, absolutely. Like obviously, once again, Southern California, the Grapevine. The Cajon Pass, those passes right there, very, very dangerous for semis, man.
If
very
you ever
dangerous.
did a road trip, give us a call. I want to hear about your road trip. 561-377-0043. 561-377-0043. When we moved out here, and we drove from Long Beach to here.
Whoa.
And that's a long haul.
Yeah, I did that.
But my poor father was smart about it.
Yeah.
He didn't officially retire until after the move was over. And so he used his vacation time. But he drove from Long Beach to here with us.
Right.
Unloaded his shit, stayed here about 3 days, hopped in his truck, drove back.
What?
Loaded it back up, worked a week, drove back, and then went out. He made that drive like three times by himself.
Whoa.
So he actually drove from Florida to Long Beach and back.
That is such a long ride, because they say the average is 33 hours, I thought, right? Something like that. Well, that's from Los Angeles to Atlanta.
No, it's a hell of a lot longer than 33 hours.
Yeah.
It's 17 hours from here to Columbus, Ohio.
I was about to say, so from L.A. to Fort Myers has to be 40 hours. Let's see. Maps. Yeah, I want to see what the actual, especially you're doing this, if you're doing the speed limit and all that sort of stuff.
Well, back then the speed limit was in most
55.
When I did it in the 90s, the national speed limit was still 65 miles.
I went through Texas with those big bats there. Don't mess with Texas. Remember those? Don't mess with Texas. Big old bat signs everywhere you went. That was pretty rad. That's fun stuff, man. Good times. Yeah, for sure. Give us a call. Tell us about your road trip. Tell us about your New Year's plans.
I have a challenge for the city of Cape Coral and the people there for 2019. It's a simple challenge. Let's see here. Long Beach, California.
But in the meantime, give us a call. 561-377-0043. Tell us about your New Year's plans, your road trips across the country.
My computer has been running so effing slow, and so I like But anyhow, my challenge for Cape Coral New Year 2019.
All right, what do we got?
It's just a simple one. Can we go 1 week? 1 week.
Okay.
You know what? I'll be nice about it. I'm not going to say not to do it at all.
Okay.
But let's minimize it. Can we go 1 week with only one accident a day on fucking Del Prado?
Oh, yes.
I mean,
yes,
insane.
yes. One 1 week.
I think Friday there was a 5-car pileup and then 2 other accidents. I saw a beautiful Nissan with the whole front end smashed up.
Oh, man.
But constantly driving down goddamn Del Prado every day, it's just people, it's just like probably, I would love to see what the police activity is. Probably I'd say at least it's 2 to 3 every 2 days.
It's the jackballs, bro, that are sitting there in the far left lane and, there's Wally World. I gotta go there and then cross 3 lanes and then get T-boned and all this stuff that's going on.
I'm gonna have to do this on my phone because my computer's running so slow.
Man, I know, man.
That's all right. No, I don't want to mess up the recording.
Yeah, we just got too much technology going.
So for 2019, if we can go 1 week,
I would love to see that.
Maybe there's only one accident a day on Del Prado. I would love is no accidents, but I don't think we could do it.
No, but I do got to say hey to my tow brothers out there. I hate to say that. I don't want to see that for you because I know that's your bread and butter and your moneymaker. But yeah, it'd be nice to see a week without a crash on Del Prado, man. Now you can go crash on Pine Island, go crash on the Parkway, go crash somewhere else, but not on Del Prado, man.
Just take it off the main thoroughfare.
Yeah, take it off the main thoroughfare, man.
Go maybe down to Santa Barbara.
Yeah, there we go. Over
1 day,
Chiquita.
15 hours. If you drove nonstop. 2,649 miles.
Whoa.
Yes. So 1 day and 15 hours, and that's it basically.
So 24,
now, I don't know
34,
how Google works.
39 hours.
I'm sure if possibly they may include and factor in stops at gas stations, but
God, it seems longer than that.
1 day, 15 hours. Well, that's driving nonstop. I mean, that's not stopping twice an hour to take a piss, have a smoke, grab
you got
some
pets
food.
with you or whatever.
You know, that's basically, if you're a long-haul trucker hopped up on speed, it's going to take you 1 day and 15 hours.
Yeah. I did it on speed the first time, and, dude, I drove to because I had to make sure I made it to a party in Atlanta from Los Angeles. And
Waterman D-Train Show, who's this?
All right.
Good evening, gentlemen. This is Ryan. How we doing?
What's up, Ryan?
What's going on, Ryan?
How the hell are you boys doing?
All right.
Good,
we're
man.
just hanging out, trying to get one last episode out for the year, trying to entertain you guys on this, what normally would be a Sunday, but it's kind of a Saturday night for everybody.
Yeah.
You working tomorrow, Ryan?
No, sir. Luckily, the past 2 weeks, I've had 4 days off each weekend, so it's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful.
So what are you having, a couple of cold beers right now?
No, actually, I laid off on that one. I'm going to plan on that for tomorrow. So
there you go. There you
night
go.
Of, reprise.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that, buddy. Nothing wrong with that at all, man.
You ever taken a road trip, Ryan?
Touching back on the road trip thing you guys were talking about, man. That Florida to Michigan run was always a gigantic pain in the ass.
What's that, like 24 hours?
Yeah, Ann Arbor to Fort Myers, 24 straight if you do it. So,
Ryan, is that I-75 all the way up?
Yeah, 75 turns into 71 once you get out of Kentucky.
Okay.
Because I grew up in Grove City, Ohio, which is a suburb of Columbus, right on Interstate 71. 75. So, no, 71. So I always get confused.
So the major city, I'd say the next major city leaving out of here that you would pass through would be Atlanta, man. And I know Atlanta traffic's just...
You're talking about out of Florida, out of here? Because out of here...
That's what I'm saying, out of Florida, heading north.
Yeah.
Atlanta traffic's got to be just...
Well, you pass through Valdosta.
Atlanta's horrible if you hit it at the wrong time.
Yeah, you got to take the...
275 roundabout.
Bypass.
Yeah, the bypass.
And that's a little hint for you young cats who, if you're getting ready to go on your first driving expedition, in most towns, if not all of them, anything that starts with a 2 is a bypass. It circles around any large metropolitan area, so you don't have to drive dead nuts through downtown.
Yep, very much so, very much so. So, Ryan, man, what's the big plans for New Year's? What's happening?
Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
He called to talk about a road trip.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
What's in Ann Arbor, Michigan?
Family, friends.
It's a beautiful town. I passed through there one time driving.
I got a couple uncles up there, and I got a couple friends that are in the growing industry for the.
Is that a growing industry up there?
I like to hear that.
Oh, extremely. I got a buddy up there that rents a couple houses and just uses them and sells to the dispensaries.
Does Michigan go recreational?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Very cool.
Did Ohio? I know Ohio passed a medical. I didn't know if they went recreational.
Not yet. They're working on it.
Ohio and Massachusetts. I'm sorry, not Ohio. Michigan and Massachusetts are both legal. Complete.
Yep.
Well, the problem with Ohio is it's primarily the rural areas because Columbus itself is a very, at least nowadays, would consider themselves a very progressive area. So, I know that the fine people in Columbus would happily vote it in, but I think it's the rural areas with the bigger church communities that are still fighting it off.
Yeah, they're fighting it off like crazy. Just like here down in Collier, man, they're fighting dispensaries off like crazy. So everybody's coming up to Lee County to get their stuff.
Well,
man.
and that's the one beauty of federalism is that's the whole purpose of federalism is that way your town or your state can make the laws that it wishes to make, and if you don't like them, you can relocate to one that has laws more conducive to your beliefs.
Yeah.
The only problem is what has happened over all these years, not to get involved in politics, but the federal government essentially, let's say, blackmails or exploits you. The reason it took for the longest time for states to practice federalism and say, hey, we're going to go ahead and legally recognize marijuana as a recreation, not a Schedule I narcotic, which, by the way, the federal government still does. And if for some reason a federal agent was trying to get you to participate in something you don't want to do, they could arrest you for marijuana possession. But basically what would happen is the federal government gives so much money to each state.
Absolutely.
And they'll say, oh,
yeah, subsidies.
So you're going to allow this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll just cut out that section of the budget that we're
Right.
giving you each year for the fighting of drugs and marijuana. And so a huge chunk of that state's budget, they
Right.
lose. And so
Right.
it finally took California and Washington to show them, hey, the taxation money you make off of selling the shit legally will far surpass any money that the federal government was giving you for quote-unquote fighting the drug war.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So what else is happening, Ryan? I mean, how many times have you, real quick, we'll stick with the road trip thing. I want to know, how many times have you made that trip from Florida to Ann Arbor?
I haven't made that trip in a very long time due to my allergic reaction to that white shit called snow.
Yeah, exactly.
My man.
I snowboarded for 14 years, but if I'm not on a snowboard, I don't have a use for it.
Yep.
All it does is it eats up your car, makes your exhaust pipe fall out. It
destroys vehicles,
and Ryan can attest to this too, especially if you grew up there.
Yeah.
Growing up in Ohio, Kentucky, Michigan, the Midwest, you grow up with the rule hammered in your head: do not ever, if your car is older than 10 years old, do not
Right.
ever turn on the emergency brake.
Really?
And so it was weird when I moved to California. See, he's laughing.
I know, he knows.
When I moved to California and moved down here, I'd date these chicks, and this is back before everybody was driving automatics.
Right.
They'd all put their standards in neutral and pull up the emergency. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ah!"
Yeah, right, huh?
I'm like, what? I'm like, you don't turn on the emergency brake.
Right.
I'm like, why not? You want to tell him, Ryan, or you want me to?
I want to hear it, Ryan. Tell me.
Oh, no, by all means, you, sir.
All right.
So what happens is the salt starts to eat away. It rusts up your calipers on the emergency brakes and on the lines. So once you engage it, they fucking stick. Because if you're growing up poor, it's your first car, chances are it's 10, 15 years old. It sticks. And then it'll loosen up a little bit, but as you're driving down the street, it smells like somebody's lighting off matches in the back seat. Because the emergency brakes are sitting there riding your drums, and you have to get under WD-40 and everything else. So it's basically, if your car is over 10 years old, it's a practice. You do not turn on your fucking emergency brake.
I'll be damned.
Because they will not release.
Something. I learn something new every day. I just learned something new right there, man. Big time.
I remember I burnt up the transmission on my 1995 Ford Escort LX.
Oh,
Prime with the Mazda engine.
Not cool.
No, Mitsubishi engine.
Yeah.
I was living in Long Beach.
Yeah, I haven't made that trip in a very long time, and I don't know if I'm going to make it again in a while.
The older you get, the worse road trips get. It's definitely a young man's game.
It's horrible.
Yeah. So what's up with
the 12-hour trip to my in-laws up in Alabama is a pain in the ass. Going, just like we were saying about the Atlanta traffic, man.
Yeah.
You got to go up to Atlanta, hang a fucking left for 2 hours, and boom, you're there.
And then you hit the time zone, and you're like, oh, damn, I just lost an hour.
Just lost an hour. So what's up with New Year's with you?
Every single time. New Year's, man, absolutely nothing, brother. Just going to do like every other smart person and stay around the house.
I hear you, man.
You're not going to go out to the premiere.
To that ball drop in downtown Cape.
That's what I was going to ask you.
But
well, they're doing it because they got to show off
the
beautiful 47th Terrace and all the new traffic circles.
I was down there the other day, Ryan. Ryan, do you live in the Cape area?
Yeah, man, I'm southwest off Skyline.
Okay, you're off Skyline. Okay, I'm over off Chiquita. Now I was down on the Parkway.
See, if any of us were remotely successful, one of us would be like, I live off Surfside, motherfucker.
Yeah, right? No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. Well, I was down there the other day, and these damn roundabouts they got down there are just, I'm telling you, I was so pissed off trying to go see a friend of mine the other night down there. I was like, this is ridiculous because they've got everything blocked. The construction's still not done, and it makes no sense to me, man. It makes zero sense to have all these roundabouts down there. What's your opinion on it, man? I mean, what do you think about it? Do you even go down there on 47th that much?
I do every now and again. For a profession, I'm a communications lineman.
Oh, okay, cool.
For a contractor company for Comcast.
Oh, okay.
So I got a big, F-450 ton bucket truck that I have to hide behind the house due to Cape Coral code enforcement.
Yeah, I know
I
that.
saw one of your colleagues drop his ladder on the road the other day.
Oh, that's a bummer.
That wouldn't surprise me.
One of the magnetic contractors.
Ryan's like, that was me, bro.
Nah, Ryan's smart. Nah, he
I know you
secures
are.
his load. Hey, Ryan, you have a great New Year's, and thanks for calling
my shit's
in.
lettered up.
What's that?
What's that, Ryan?
That my shit's lettered up. I can't risk that stuff, brother.
Hell no,
Not to
bro.
mention, fiberglass ladders are not cheap.
Hey,
no.
real quick before you guys let me go,
Yeah.
Train, I wanted to ask you this question. Did you see the story about how they put all those Wi-Fi hotspots down on 47th, and what's your opinion of that?
I did not see it. It doesn't surprise me because I can guarantee you fucking this. When you pull out your phone and you look at it, it's not going to be free. You're going to have to subscribe to it. It's going to be a way they're making money. If it is free, then fucking cool.
They're mounted on the light poles. They're little circular units that are mounted on top of the new light poles.
I don't have a problem with it as long as it's free. I hate when you go to a place. McDonald's used to be guilty of this, and then they finally switched over to free, where you would connect, and then you launch your browser. Oh, you have to log in and then pay. It's like, what, I ain't paying for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's kind of a good idea because they know that the young crowd like to live stream. They like to live stream on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and all that shit. And so if you're trying to build up an area and trying to bring the larger crowd
Attention,
you know, I don't know if you ever noticed, but when you drive over Midpoint Bridge, dead nuts in the middle, if you have T-Mobile, your signal cuts out. And so I don't know if maybe...
every time.
Yeah.
Every time I'm on the phone, as soon as you reach that arch, I'm dead. It's
exactly. There's like a 5-foot dead zone. T-Mobile just needs to angle their antenna just a smidge. Like, ratchet down one of the guidelines, just bend it just a little bit to fill that gap. But so maybe they're doing it to get better signal down. I don't have... long as they ain't trying to get you to pay like 99 cents to use it, I'm all for it.
All right, 10-4, cool.
Did you run those
gentlemen,
lines?
Thanks for taking the call. You guys have a hell of a great New Year.
Did you run those lines?
No, I did not. No, Comcast, they've already got a bunch of Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspots all throughout that area.
Well, that's because they're smart. All they did was they took all your residential and business Comcast modems and did dual channels on them. So they broadcast one, your home one, and then broadcast their open one. As long as you log in with your Comcast username and password, it's a mobile hotspot, which will work great for you, but you don't have Comcast. So as you're walking through an area, it just hops from one hotspot to the next, which works great in large...
We put Wi-Fi modules up on the poles now.
Sweet.
There's Wi-Fi hotspots mounted on the poles all throughout Cape Coral, especially down through 47.
Well, and that's a great thing because, as I was getting ready to say, that works great in a congested area like Chicago, New York City, and downtown LA. But when you're in a rural area like this, where you have wide spans of open land, but like he just said, they solved that by putting exterior hotspots out.
Yeah. They've done that. They've put the Wi-Fi hotspots up by the police station as well over there on Academy now. And I've noticed
anywhere near the metropolitan areas and all down Del Prado, man, you see them on. They just like look like little gray camel humps just mounted on the pole.
That's pretty cool.
And if you got Xfinity, it automatically connects to it.
So. Just got to put in that username and password.
Well, hey, Ryan, man, we do appreciate the call, man, and thanks for tuning in and listening. And, hey, 2019's coming up, man, so it's going to be another great year.
Absolutely, gentlemen. You have a safe one. Thanks again. Take care.
All right, brother.
Bye. Maybe that's one of the things we'll do, too, when we get a real studio is we'll have some real phones.
Yeah, I think we can do that. I I don't really have a whole lot left, man.
I want to talk two things. I need to do an update on the half-ass review.
Yes, let's see what we have here.
Oh, I can't remember fella. I should have went back and looked at the last episode's live stream because you pointed out the problem. You're dead nuts on. I forget your name. I do apologize. But when I was doing a half-ass review on my Predator, was it the Predator? Yeah, the Predator pressure washer. I was talking about I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah.
And I was talking about I put the 2-cycle motor. Basically, I had a bad sector in the hard drive known as my brain, and for whatever reason, I put fucking 2-cycle motor in the crankcase of the pressure washer.
Okay.
And he said that's probably the problem. And it makes sense now because it doesn't create enough oil pressure for the thing to fucking run.
Right.
And so after the podcast last 2 weeks ago, Dave and we drained the oil out. I let it sit overnight, and then I went and got a bottle of 10W30.
Yes, you did.
And filled it up. Now here's the other part. It's kind of a pain in the ass because it doesn't tell you exactly how much oil to put in there, and the crankcase is small, so basically I filled it up and then it started draining out on its own, and then I leveled it off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Checked the dipstick. Anyhow, that was the problem. So the thing worked great. I got about an hour and a half worth of work done. and the wand starts spraying all over my face. Because the wand is made up of two pieces. You have the gun, it looks like a fuel line, and then you have the metal wand. It starts spraying all over the face.
So the quick connect.
Yeah, at the quick connect.
Okay.
And I'm like, motherfucker. So I pull it apart, and I look in there, and I see the gasket. The gasket's in there. So then I go get vice grips and tighten the son of a bitch down, and it's just spraying the hell out of me. And so I gave up. I got half of it done, and I went back the next day and looked. The O-ring busted.
Get out of here.
So
already?
Yeah, so basically I used the thing for an hour and a half and the O-ring busted. So I went down to Lowe's and went in there. Now I will say this, when I walked through Lowe's now carries Craftsman stuff. Because Sears is pretty much gone.
They bought the Craftsman
and they had
brand.
these Craftsman brand pressure washers out there for the same price point as mine, but they, comparatively speaking, as far as longevity of the product, mine, since it's a Harbor Freight and Tool, things made out of bent aluminum and tubing. This Craftsman one looked primarily made up of plastic.
Really?
The clamp that holds on the sprayer was plastic, which would break after a while.
More portable, more. Because yours is more industrial to me.
Well, it helps them make a lower price point because the markup at Lowe's is more expensive, and you get blah, 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 blah.
Of course.
Anyhow, I looked at it, and it had the same gasket on there.
Yeah.
So I knew that they had a whole aisle of gaskets in the plumbing department, but I figured I'm already here by the lawn equipment. So I went over and asked the fellow working around the pressure washers, and he's like, "No, we don't have any." I'm like, "Well, clearly, okay, fine." So I went down to plumbing, and they were number 8 gaskets. I found a whole damn box of them.
Yeah.
$2. Came home, replaced it. Got basically the right run, the rear back run of my fence cleaned up. It's now white instead of green, but now I ran out of hose. Because I'm running off the well, because it does have a screen on the input. I don't want to run it off my house because I'm burning salt, and my fucking pump is going to be running nonstop.
Oh, absolutely.
And so I had to go out and get another hose today, and I was going to get on the Dollar General, but they still have all the Christmas shit out, which means all the garden stuff's gone, so I couldn't get...
I saw the one in the garage earlier.
So long story short, I went and got another hose, and now I got to do the other side and then the exterior of it.
Okay.
So it's going to take another probably 2 days. I was going to do it today, but I was like, man, hell with that.
Yeah. Well,
you just get... So, half-ass review update.
Yes.
It does run. It is a nice piece of equipment. It did have a minor breakdown after using it for an hour and a half. But if you're looking for a pressure washer, you don't want to pay $75 a day to rent one. For $389-ish, you can go down to Lowe's and get yourself a pretty much 87% plastic one and hope that the clamps don't break on it. Or you can go down to Harbor Freight and Tool and buy you the Predator 3000 PSI for the same price, roughly. Put the correct oil on it. It'll work for you. And while you're there, go ahead and pick up a box of number 8 gaskets for $2.
Smart move.
And I will say this about that. If you're living out west and you're listening to this podcast, this thing does come with a high altitude upgrade kit.
Oh, really?
So you can put the correct components in the carburetor so that it runs at the high altitude.
So it'll run
the thinner oxygen.
Right, it'll run the pressure. It'll help build the pressure that you need at that high altitude.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
Because a lot of people don't realize when you move out west, your car will run like shit. You got to take and have it retuned.
Absolutely. You got to retune it, and and actually you build more horsepower at altitude because the air's thinner. Believe it or not, you can build more horsepower. But you're right. You still got to retune it and all that sort of stuff.
There's a famous diesel tuner. I think he's may have been just a truck tuner, but he would actually. They sent him out over to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
When we first deployed over there to show the Army how to tune up the Humvees because they were running like shit up at the high altitude.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, man. I'm sure. Yeah, because they get. Ugh.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for
this
year's worth
This
of
is it, buddy.
Hey,
show. Man, Knuckle, man, this 2018's done, son. Can you believe it?
We've come a long way. Like I said, hopefully things will change here in 2019. Check us out, d-410.com if you want to support the show, maybe help us afford some better mics and better equipment. Buy a t-shirt. They're not that expensive. And for those of you listening, type in the I'll say the promo. Okay, fuck it.
Yeah, go
for it. You Facebook
it.
people can have it too. Type in the promo code ILISTEN and you'll take up all of the profits of the shirt. And but you'll be promoting our show. So if you type in all capital, all one word, ILISTEN as the promo code at checkout, you will save $4. That's all I make on these shirts. I'm not getting rich off them by any means. The company who prints them up expects me and suggests as I sell them at $25 a piece. No one's going to buy a $25 fucking t-shirt.
No.
So they're $19 and below.
And
but anyhow, you can get that information at d-410.com. You can find my other podcast there. You can find all my social media stuff. I'm going to let Dave wrap up the show. I'm tired of talking. And
You
now
got
I'm
it,
talking
brother.
fast to get it done.
You got it, brother.
But if I said anything during this podcast, I hope you picked up on something positive.
Yep.
Something that makes your day.
If we offended you or anything
Go
like
out
that,
and chase
we
your
love
dreams, get things done, don't complain. Find
There
what
we
you're
go.
looking for, because one day you may wake up dead.
All right. Anybody want to check me out? You can check me out on Instagram at Dave_the_Waterman. That's where you'll find me. I'm on no other social media platform but Instagram, so check that out. You know, if you guys got any painkillers out there, be sure to hit me up on Instagram as well, because my foot hurts. That's probably illegal to say.
I was about to say, you're going to get a nice private message from my undercover cop at Cape PD. who's
But
gonna
you know what?
bust your ass
I'm
for
hurting, man. I'm
illegal-
hurting. My foot's hurting.
You're trying to do illegal drugs.
This is a legit thing, man. Come on now. Anyways. But yeah, check me out at Dave_the_Waterman on Instagram. You know, you want to get in touch with me. Other than that, thank all you guys for tuning in 2018. And we promise to bring you even a better product and better, just a whole round, just intense show for 2019. It's going to be mind-blowing. So we thank all of you for sticking with us this year, and next year is going to be so rad. So, hey, party on. Have a good New Year's and be safe. Woo!
This has been a Digital 410 production.